Hi, this is Michael at the Enchanted Desk, and I wanted to show you a series of books with scrapbook paper that I got. They are by Elizabeth Craft Designs. They're called Reminiscence, and I never got the first book. Unfortunately, I didn't find out about it till it was sold out. So then I got books 2, 3, and 4, and then just today I received books 5, 7, and 8. So unfortunately, number 6 was also sold out, and it probably came out a year or two ago. But these are the 6 I have, and I'm going to sit down and do a quick flip through on each one of them with you. So this is number 2, and all of the books come with double-sided pages. Half the book is a lightweight paper, and the other half are duplicate designs, but on a heavier cardstock, which might be better for like making cards versus scrapbooking and journaling. So I'm only going to show you half the book because, as I said, the images duplicate themselves. So here you have some beautiful botanical labels, and this is, some like book text. This reminds me of that book about the I don't know, it was a famous book that was made into a movie, and I read it, and I forget the name of it already. But I do love this very antique style cursive writing on some of these pages. Now this is already like collaged for you, and please note that all of these books are a matte paper, not at all glossy. So here's some more cool labels that you could cut out. This is kind of like a log, and this is maybe some kind of zodiac or celestial chart. This is some great printed texts, like from the financial section of an old newspaper. And you'll see how a lot of the double-sided pages will contrast dramatically. If you don't want a sort of a textured background, this is a little more colorful, and a lot of the books seem to be color coded. So this book obviously has a lot of greens, but I think what I like the best are the text, what looks like vintage antique documents. Here you have almost like a Victorian eye chart alphabet, and these are some tags again, some more cursive text. And this is, what I love is that some of this is already a montage, like a collage of various visual elements. So it's sort of like done the work for you if you're not as ambitious with your collages. But again, I think I most love some of the text backgrounds that look like vintage papers. But this again is already multiple elements collaged in one page. This is multiple pages of writing. Now you see we've been getting into the oranges and yellows. These are like check receipts. This is a ledger. So lots of yellows and gold here. Some numbers, some more tags, which you wouldn't have to cut out. You could have that as the background. And this sort of echoes, oh, I love this, ruled paper. And this pink and rose is glorious. Especially love some of these pre-collage backdrops and anything with maps. So as you can see, it just has an amazing number, and this repeats the first image, so that completes book number 2. Here we have book number 3, which looks like it's going to have lots of green and gold, and sure enough, there's a nice collage layout that contrasts with these sort of like architectural blueprint plans. This says sleighs, so it could be used for Christmas, I imagine. And this has a fir tree. So I'm seeing some sort of non-denominational winter again, like newspaper text, some botanical prints and more newspaper text, some very roughly textured designs, like I mean, they look roughly textured, but of course the paper is smooth. Oh, I love this sort of blackboard look. There's some very tiny columns of print. Some more like blueprints, but in a sepia tone. 'Tis the season, it's the season, so obviously they had probably, but this I like. This blank ledger, and the one in deep red is gorgeous. I always love the cursive text like this. I do have rubber ink stamps that mimic, and as you see, this is December, so I think this must have come out in 2021, clearly. Now we're getting into some red tones. Gorgeous roses combined with cursive. But I really like the vintage documents the best, I have to say. That's my favorite part of these books. I think they do a great job of curating these vintage documents, which otherwise, you would have to be going to estate sales. And I think that these books are published in Europe, so you do get a lot of like foreign languages sometimes in the text as well. And that, I guess, gets to the cardstock pages. So that was book 3. Here we have book 4, which looks like it has some beautiful blue and turquoise and like seafoam color tones. This looks like almost like a William Morris print. I love the subtlety of this one, where it's giving you texture, but just some pops of big text. Same here, just a little bit of display text, numbers. Yeah, for me, it's all about the vintage typography, the antique typefaces, receipts. And I love that you're given different color tones. So it's not all just, antique white. In fact, that's a surprisingly bright white blended. But here we have like a very light green, a nice blue. This is almost like a blueprint, but text. And again, I like sort of the white text. Cursive on the dark blue. More of a arts and crafts William Morris design again. A nice blank ledger sheet. Some calendar items. I think camping, airport, ocean view. So maybe this was intended to be used for travel journaling. Monterey, so I think this is California. Ooh, that's gorgeous. And I think we have seen one of these celestial charts before, but I like how the back is just this really simple, like aged paper look. And again, white on black, almost like a chalkboard. I love the Delft blue in all of these. And the map here, I'm not sure what that's this is a Dutch map. I'm not sure if it's Amsterdam. Yeah, I think it's Amsterdam. Some lovely labels. Ooh, look at that text. A lot of text there. This is surprisingly mod. I love this, the black with the white text. It's going to be hard to choose which side to use on most of these because they are double-sided. There's the tip of Manhattan. And that brings us to the cardstock segment. So this is book 5. And again, we have this technique where we have strips of paper collaged together. But I actually really love the texture, the visual texture in this one. Some tags. A blank ledger. I like these blank ledger pages. Oh, this is interesting. There's that floral print used in a different color tone. I like these collages of numbers. I think that's bingo cards. And I love the typing. Rather than like newspaper text, it's like a typewriter text, but I love the fading in there. Getting into yellow tones, yellow and orange. I love how simple this is and how aged it looks. Then a green treatment. These cool tags. That's a really deep green. Another beautiful aged textured look, distressed. And I think, yes, that's the cardstock. Book number 7 has easily got to be my all-time favorite of these books because of not just the colors of blue and red, but because it's clearly sort of like an airmail theme. So you have some, like this map with the airmail border, gorgeous navy backdrop, the red and navy stripes. This is a alphabet with a map on the back. I like that there's a lot of maps. There's like a newspaper section, some tags, with that gorgeous dark blue. I didn't open this before now, so normally I would probably do that thing you would do with your textbooks in grade school to be sure you don't break the binding. So that's why it doesn't want to open all the way. This is gorgeous, all these airmail tags. A blank ledger sheet and more airmail tags. That's just to die for. A little more neutral, but with some red. That's really cool. I just love the blue-red airmail. Oh, this is this is awesome. These little labels. There's some cool text. I love this text. Some like miniature airmail tags. That's really cool, all in red. It's like, I don't know, like airport tags maybe, luggage tags. That's cool. And then we're back to the cardstock. So here we have book number 8, which I think is the most recently published. And it's just in time for Christmas. It has a lot of Christmas-themed imagery. There you have some holly, Christmas trees, snowflakes in a distressed look. We Wish You a Merry Christmas. But I tend to be more in like the settled background look. Some wallpaper textures. Receipts. Silent Night and some labels. Oh, these are just some beautiful age-looking distressed papers. Some old pictures. Some deep, like sepia and brown toned, distressed-looking aged papers. This is nice because it looks like almost like a wood stain, but there's cursive text in there. Very chocolate, but I love the text. Labels and photos. Christmas, Xmas. Oh, we're getting into some red tones with the holly berries, snowflakes, more snowflakes, more holly berries. I love this alphabet sheet. This is probably my favorite of the holly berries designs. But this looks really cool. And then that's the end of it.